Hi, Gary Portman, my divorce facts. Here with Yuzu. Matcha's on my shoulder, already chowing down. Gomosho's over here. He got chased away from my shoulder by Matcha. I think I've mentioned before that they do not get along. And Azuki is once again nesting. Okay, now we are getting to the last on this series of the process from beginning to end on divorce. In my last video, we talked about the pretrial conference. And now we have finished the pretrial conference. The judge has scheduled the trial somewhere from 3 to 6 months from that date. So by the time we are at this point, which is after the pretrial, somewhere between 2.5 to 4.5 years have passed from the time that you filed your initial divorce. I recently had a client get very upset with me. She was at the 2.5 year mark, and she was complaining that it was taking too long. And she had a friend where it happened much quicker. Well, it can happen a lot quicker if you settle. If you settle, we can get it done much faster. If you are not going to settle and we end up at the pretrial, yeah, you're looking between 2.5 to 4.5 years. So now we're not at the trial yet. We are now preparing for trial. We've got to get all of our exhibits together, all the evidence that we intend to put into trial as evidence. The judge has set up a virtual courtroom where we will have to take all the exhibits that we have and upload them electronically. We will also have to prepare something called the Statement of Proposed Disposition. The Statement of Proposed Disposition is the wish list on what you want. What is the property that we have? Marital, separate property. Some property is both marital and separate property. We also have to meet with the other attorney to determine what facts we can agree on and what evidence we can agree will go into evidence without a fight. If we can agree on evidence going in without a fight, your trial will go much faster. If we have to fight on what evidence is admissible, it's going to go longer. And then we've got to prepare for your testimony. I like to do it in phases. I like to first have a few meetings beforehand to get my hands around where I'm going to go on the testimony. And then about a week before trial, I'll sit down with the client for about 4 hours and go through our direct testimony and what I think the cross-examination is going to look like. And then in my next video, I'll cover the actual trial itself. Remember, at Port and Sava, we help you get on with the rest of your life.